Hello, Mr. Clark.
Hi, Doctor.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You kind of look like you haven't been getting any rest since our last session.
Well, I haven't.
So you haven't been sleeping?
No, I haven't been sleeping.
I know in our last session we kind of briefly talked about the events that brought you in to start seeing me. I want you to kind of briefly describe some of the traumatic events that led you to experience anxiety.
Well, I was attacked on the bus while at work, and a passenger pulled me and started beating me.
So you had a passenger pull you off the bus, and then he started physically assaulting you.
Yes. He seemed like he didn't want to pay his fare, so when asked, he got irate with me and he started attacking me. And immediately I called for help, but no help came.
So you had an irate passenger on the bus, and you were attacked, and you immediately called 911, and no one responded as quick as you thought they should have?
Yes.
Right now, since you've been back at work, Mr. Clark, has your employer put any safety precautions in place?
Well, I had to file a grievance before they start acting on their own. Since then, they installed cameras for the safety of the drivers and passengers.
And then when you got attacked at work, how long ago did this event take place?
Well, the first event it took place about 5 years ago, and it's still going on. He's stalking me constantly. Other drivers have spotted him on my specific route that I have, and he would ask them if I came to work and what time is my route start.
So you have this person still stalking you and then talking to co-workers to find out what routes you had.
Yes.
And then one of my questions that we didn't get a chance, and I wanted to kind of gather a little bit more information is, how long have you been experiencing these anxiety attacks or symptoms?
Well, since the day of the first initial attack was 5 years ago, and present, it comes, and some days it'd be good, some days I just can't concentrate.
And so I know we talked about you having insomnia and being very fatigued. Are you still having those symptoms since our last session?
Yes.
And Mr. Clark, what do you personally think has caused you to have these anxieties?
Well, the violent attack that caused me to have these anxiety, emotional, post-traumatic stress.
Yes, because I know, kind of like going over your background, I know you've never experienced any type of trauma as a child or in your teens or adulthood, so this is the first time that something like this has happened to you. I wanted to find out exactly, since you've been back at work, are you okay, Mr. Clark?
My back gets stiff. That's one of the injuries I have. Sustained in my lower back.
Okay. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was, what do you do now to kind of alleviate some of the stress in your day-to-day or weekly functioning?
Well, recently I just purchased a dog, and the dog is real. We walk around the block, and that tends to take some of the stress, and I mess around in the garden with the flowers, and that helps me a lot.
Okay, so you're walking the dog and working in the garden is helping to relieve some of that stress?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to ask you, are you constantly tense or worried or on edge?
Yes.
Does your anxiety that you have right now, does it interfere with either work, school, or family responsibilities?
Well, basically work and concentration. Sometimes I bring it home. Sometimes I get upset.
Okay. What we're going to talk about today in our session is about, because I'm hearing that right now you don't feel comfortable when you go into the workplace. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I feel sick sometimes going in there. People, the supervisor, sometimes they irritate me to the fact that they won't assist me, they won't help me. I have to file a grievance all the time to just get someone to help me.
So right now you feel very upset and irritated because you feel there's no one at the workplace that will help you fill out the grievance. Can you tell me specific a little about what they won't help you do?
Well, it's not filling out the grievance. It's basically getting help changing some of the safety rules, or having a safety net for the drivers as well as the passengers on the bus. There's no safety net. Prior to that, a passenger could come on board and attack the bus driver at any given time.
So you're still concerned with safety and people being able to get on the bus without you being able to recognize them getting interest to the bus.
Well, now they hired 2 securities with patrol cars, so they are monitoring the drivers that has most of the problems.
What I would like to do is kind of work with you, probably at our next session, but we'll kind of touch bases on it, is kind of set up goals for you. And one of those goals would be creating a safety plan that would help you feel more safe when you are at work and kind of alleviate some of the stressors that you're feeling when you're not in the workplace. What we probably need to do, and I'll have to get your consent, is maybe get your supervisor involved and make sure I go over the privacy and the confidentiality of your sessions that are here, and then we can kind of develop that safety plan for you and start working on those goals, so that can help you alleviate some of the stress factors. What I'll do is, as you're leaving out, my secretary will get the necessary, have you sign the necessary consent forms, and then in the next 2 days I will contact your employer to set up a meeting, and then what we'll try to do is just discuss about implementing safety factors in the workplace to help you feel safe. How does that sound?
That's good.
Okay, would that kind of alleviate some of the tension that you feel and some of the anxiety?
I think so.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you out, and I'm going to schedule you for an appointment within a week, because I don't want to wait around on this. And again, I'll have my office contact your employer within the next 2 days so we can start working on this safety plan.
Thank you.
Okay.